Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to Screen Scream on Viola. This is the very first episode of 2024. In today's episode, we're going to talk about animations. There are a lot of animations in the theater right now, and there are more to come in the near future. But aside from the animations I'm going to talk about today, I will also bring you an European movie, and that's the first new movie we're going to talk about. So let's check out the introduction of it. Close your eyes. A Spanish actor disappears during the filming of a movie. Although his body is never found, the police conclude that he had suffered an accident at the edge of a cliff. Many years later, the mystery returns to the present day.
Sí, me han llamado varias veces, pero no voy a participar.
The first new movie we're going to talk about today is the only one that's not an animation in this episode. It's a co-production between Spain and Argentina. It's directed by the legendary director Victor Ares. He only has 4 works so far, and it has been 31 years since he produced his last work. Pretty amazing, huh? It was selected by the French magazine Notebooks on Cinema as the second place of the 10 best movies in 2023. And it won the Best Film Award at Lisbon International Film Festival. As I mentioned, it has been 31 years since director Victor Ares produced his last work, and his previous work was a documentary feature. And finally, he has another feature, which is Close Your Eyes. Actually, he connected this movie with his previous works. If you've seen his work before, you will recognize that the daughter of the missing actor is actually the one that appeared in his previous work. The characters' names are the same, they're both Anna, so it's pretty obvious for you to recognize. People said that this is the most beautiful movie at the Cannes Film Festival in 2023, and it got nominated for 11 awards at the Spanish Goya Award. From the introduction we just heard, this movie seems like a mystery, but I'm pretty sure there's more to that. It's about a mysterious missing case, a woman from far away, and the sad king. Well, we didn't hear anything about the king in the introduction, so that's something we need to find out when we go watch it. Although this movie is a co-production between Spain and Argentina, most of it is about Spain, because the director is Spanish and the story is set in Spain. Otherwise, I would say most Argentine movies are related to tango or things like that, dancing mostly. But Spanish movies in recent years have a lot of different genres. Crime mystery is a very interesting one, and Close Your Eyes is probably one of them. So if you like Spanish movies, you can go watch Close Your Eyes. And now it's time for us to step into the world of animation. Let's listen to the introduction of the second new movie we're going to talk about today. Princess Mononoke. Medieval Japan at the dawn of the Iron Age. Touched by the indelible stigma of darkness, noble defender of good Prince Ashitaka embarks on a long and perilous quest to face his destiny after a nearly fatal encounter with a raging demon. But with Mother Nature in disarray and his combat hand poisoned to the bone, the brave protector can only pray for a miracle to lift the deadly curse on his arm. After all, murderous ambition and senseless extermination ravage the land. As life slowly succumbs to chaos and barren landscapes replace the lush green forests of old, Ashitaka soon finds himself caught in the middle of a destructive conflict between humankind and omnipotent nature's ancient gods. Now, Lady Eboshi, the bellicose leader of the Iron Town, stands in the way of resolution. With the future of all living things hanging by a thread, can the banished young warrior count on the feral wolf girl to restore peace? The second new movie we're going to talk about today is actually a re-released, and it's the first animation we're going to talk about today. It's a Japanese animation by Miyazaki Hayao. It's one of great director Miyazaki Hayao's classic animations. It has been 27 years since it was released. I've never seen Princess Mononoke because I was 4 when it was released. Oh my god, I just told you my age once again. Since I didn't get a chance to watch it when it was released because I was too little, I probably would go watch it when it's in the theater this time. Actually, Princess Mononoke still ranks number 1 with its box office in the Japanese film industry. And it's also the very first Ghibli movie that cooperated with Walt Disney in the US to enter the international market. So you can say that Princess Mononoke is the key for the world to know about great master Miyazaki Hayao and to know about Japanese animation. At the time, it took them 2.5 billion yen to produce this animation, and it took them 3 years to hand paint 140,000 frames of painting. It's really, really amazing. I can't believe it. 27 years ago, we didn't really have CGI at the time, and we didn't have like painting pad or computer animation. So at the time, animators could only draw on their own. It really is something that animators nowadays can imagine. If you know Miyazaki Hayao, you will know that his works are usually related to war, anti-war, or environmental friendly issues, or other topics that are related to nature. And obviously, Princess Mononoke is definitely talking about how human beings should coexist with Mother Nature and how human pollutes the original forests would be represented in the animation. So if you're a fan of Ghibli or Miyazaki Hayao, I highly recommend you to watch Princess Mononoke this weekend. And before we move on to Top 007 to talk about more animations, let's review what we had from last week first. Top 3 was also an animation and also by Ghibli, The Boy and the Heron. Top 2 was Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. And top 1, Wonka. Let's listen to top 7 to top 4. Top 6, Abang Adik.
这白手打工老板给多少钱？我想要考一个摩托来生都不。
Anyone But You.
How's it going, stranger?
What's going on over there? They dated, she crushed his heart. That man does not have a heart.
Top 5, The Color Purple.
All I had was my sister.
The Goldfinger.
男人有錢會變壞，女人變壞會有錢嘅嗬。我想佢值幾多
Top 4, Migration.
We're not gonna make it, are we?
Uncle Dan!
Wow, there are many new faces on the chart this week. But since our topic is animation, of course I'm going to talk about Migration. It's not released in Taiwan yet. It's only going to be released in Taiwan in the beginning of February. But it's already out in North America, so I'm going to talk about it. First of all, let's talk about the characters. The story of Migration is about a dog family, and Mike is the protagonist of this story surrounding this dog family. Mike is super afraid of the world outside. It's a kind of irrational fear. He's just that kind of father that's too cautious with everything. So he insists that his family has to stay in the small pond they used to stay. However, on the other hand, his wife, Pan, insists that their family is going to take on an adventure. When that happens, Mike's anxiety and his worldview is going to be tested. This dog family is really interesting. I mean, you can tell that Pan is obviously an extrovert and Mike is definitely an introvert. But actually, Pan is very courageous, very calm, very open, and super smart in this dog family. So basically, the story is about the emotion and conflicts between family members. Like everyone feels afraid and anxious towards things that we don't know, and this kind of fear would turn us into something that we're not. We're not able to become the most authentic, the most brilliant, and the most courageous self. Therefore, the director used the skills that he's most good at to put emotions and humor into this movie, and it also reminded him of his passion towards hiking and traveling. You know, the feeling that you have to step out of your comfort zone. That is what Mike is experiencing in Migration. And at the same time, the director didn't want the movie to be too serious. He doesn't want it to be like preaching, but to tell people how important it is to grab the chance with interesting and funny way. Seems like Migration is a great family movie for the weekend. And now let's move on to top 3 to top 1 and see which animation we're going to talk about. Top 3. Wish.
I decide what everyone deserves.
So I look up at the stars to guide me.
Top 2. Wonka.
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like it? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane.
Many people have come here to sell chocolate.
Top 1. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis.
Well, there's only one animation. Obviously, we're going to talk about Wish. I know it's not critically acclaimed, but we've talked about Wonka and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Although I do want to talk more about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, I think it's time for us to finally talk about Wish a little bit, because it's also released in Taiwan, and that's the reason why it managed to reach top 3 this week. We all know that The Wish is the work that Walt Disney produced because of its 100th anniversary. And we all also know that Disney has put a lot of effort making sure that their works are politically correct. Therefore, the protagonist of Wish is a courageous female. She's normal and naive. You know, when I did my research and I read this part, I was like, wait, I thought the protagonist is the daughter of the king. Well, sorry, I was wrong. So she's just a normal and naive girl. She proactively discovers questions, solves questions, and she asks questions a lot. She's very proactive. She doesn't need to be saved. That's the key. You know, Disney is telling us that girls don't need to be saved. I mean, I agree with them. I'm an extreme feminist, I would say, but I don't think you have to turn every work into things like that. But something good to tell is that the actress that dubbed the protagonist is Ariana DeBose. She's a singer, an actress, and a dancer. Her performances span from TV, movies, and stage plays. So it's pretty rare for her to dub animation, but it also gives her the feeling to step out of her comfort zone. And that's our theme today. No, our theme is animation. Not only she feels good about it, but also she did a great job. So you can go observe her performance. Actually, we can say that Wish is a wish that Disney makes to the universe. You know, in the past 100 years, Disney has created countless miracles, such as the box office and Hot Topic created by Frozen, and all the princess series, for example, the Snow White, Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, and The Sleeping Beauty. We may also remember the classic scene of making a wish to the star in Pinocchio. Also, even if we're not very powerful, as long as we work together, we will make it in Finding Nemo. We're able to see all these classic tribute moments in Wish. But that's also the reason why it's criticized. Don't get me wrong, I actually wanted to watch this one very badly because the antagonist, the king, was stopped by Chris Pine, which I like very much. But now I think, okay, maybe I would just wait until it's on Disney+. It's still one of the hit animations recently. So this concludes our animation episode. If you like it, please share it for us and remember to tune in same time next week. I'm Viola. See you next time.